Happy Saturday. Get a nice back stretch in today as everyone prepares to watch football. Starting with some cat cows. Just got off of FaceTime with Frank. I screen recorded it, but it doesn't pick up the audio, so I'm going to have to figure that out at some point. But he's walking 5 miles to Prudential Center from his house because he's an animal. Maybe I'll FaceTime him again when I'm running, see if he's at Prudential yet. It's really fun FaceTiming with him compared to the phone because I can make him laugh more easily. I start giving him the stinky eyeball. These donkey kicks and these fire hydrants, even though they're obviously great for the glutes, they really do help stretch out the lower back. So even if you're super stiff, even if those motions feel kind of weird to you, take it slowly and practice them. Because I promise it'll help. Now we're coming back to child's pose, reaching forward. And we're going to do 5 more. Cat cows, really emphasizing our back on Saturday. Because we're going to watch football and it's getting cold out. So we got to make sure we keep those sore spots nice and loose. Got keys in my pocket. All right, we're on our bums. Some seated twists. Again, warming up the back. Take one arm up in the air and behind the other. With a nice wide stretch. Come back the other way, arm up. Oops, sorry, arm up. Behind our back, nice stretch. Feet straight ahead. Let's try to touch our toes. You can only get your knees, your shins, your ankles. Don't be discouraged. Just try to breathe into it. And it'll take time until eventually you can really bend forward. And what you want to focus on is feeling the burn in your hamstrings as you push your torso forward. The arms are really secondary. The arms are going to be where they end up is the product of how much you can bend forward from your back and your core. Let's take our right foot over our left knee, left hand up in the air, left elbow over right knee, looking behind us. Really nice stretch for the lower back. And the other side. Come into a butterfly. Get a little groin stretch while we're perfectly set up. I'm pushing down on my elbows, trying to get my knees as close to the ground as I can. This is not one of my better stretches, but I keep working on it every day. Okay, come on to our backs. Let's take one knee, bend it, and then let it fall over your body, keeping your arms fully extended across the ground, trying to keep both shoulders flat. Come back up. Make ball. And the other way. Rolling back onto our stomachs. Do 5 up dog push-ups. Get a little bit of a pump in the chest, but also really trying to extenuate our spine, really feeling it in our lower spine, our tailbone, getting that extra stretch at the high point. Then come back to our knees, tuck our toes, come up to downward facing dog, pedal our feet so one heel hits the ground while the other leg bends. So you're stretching your calf muscles one at a time. And then back to our back. Just step through, nice and easy, nice and slowly. One hand down, opposite hand up in the air. Really breathe into it. If you have to have your knee on the ground as a beginner, that's okay. Exhale, reach forward. Step the other foot. Now we're going to take our right leg, bend it in front of us, come down flat. You can see the legs here for our pigeon pose. What you can see here is we're trying to open up our hips anytime we're trying to keep our lower back stretched out, because they are directly going to affect each other. I don't think enough people, even beginners, intermediate, more casual exercise people, don't give enough love to the hips. Coming back, downward facing dog. Come down to Vinyasana, upward facing dog. Vinyasana, downward facing dog. Vinyasana, upward facing dog. Vinyasana, downward facing dog. Now our shoulders may be a little tired now because we just did a couple of flows. But let's plant our left foot, go right knee to right elbow. See my leg kicking up over my head in the background 10 times. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then a quick flow again, Vinyasana, upward facing dog. Back to downward. Plant your right foot, left knee to left elbow, straight up in the air. From here, come right to our plank. Now we're really feeling our core nice and warmed up before we've even gotten to our feet. One hand up, the opposite leg up. So right now it's the left hand, right leg. Staying in the plank, a little bit more advanced. And then switch it up. And then we're going to go into a side plank on the right side. Left knee to left elbow 10 times. And the other side. Okay. Get a little Clemmer stretch. Great for the groin. Clemmer must have incredible flexibility in his groin and hamstrings for the way he can turn himself into a box, tiny little box. Touching the toes, we're on our feet. Shout out Mincy, we're on our feet. Left hand down, right hand up in the air. You can see there's a slight bend in my left leg, but my right leg is straight. And that's going to really emphasize the stretch in my right hamstring. This stretch obviously is also going to completely open up the back. Now let's grab our opposite elbows and hang, but not carelessly. Let's focus on our breathing. And with each deep breath, try to get the chest closer to the knees. And this is how we get to a point of being able to touch the floor and really bend ourselves in half from a flexibility standpoint. Now let's go wide. I'll read the chat in 1 second. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys being in. See how I twisted my foot. Always like to do that to get the extra groin stretch. The other way. Okay. Now let's get up on our feet. I mean, I was on my feet, sorry. Let's raise up the camera. Get into our balance stretch. Same foot, same hand. Some people you'll see do this to stretch their quad, but they'll do their foot with their opposite hand. I do not recommend that because you're pulling your knee in an awkward diagonal. And if you do that very herky-jerky, one day you could really hurt yourself. It's much better to do that quad stretch, at least in my strong personal opinion, by pulling it directly back in its natural motion. Balance feels strong. I slept in this morning. God knows I needed it. Although I was up until about 2 a.m., got into one of those, I'm going to clean out my entire apartment, get rid of all my old shit modes. By the end of it all, I was on Amazon ordering hefty bags that'll be here today. And yeah, it's going to be glorious when I'm done with what I'm doing. Cleaning out the old place. Okay. This one's a little bit more difficult. If you're a beginner, take it very slowly. But we're going to take our right foot with our left hand, and then we're just going to lower into a one-legged squat. Just going to really open up the hip, work on our balance, work on that left leg, and then come back up, keeping our balance perfectly. Other side, and lower. Great way to open up the hips. Now let's stagger our feet. Base foot is the one we're not facing. Keep our legs straight, move forward. Triangle pose. And obviously, I hope everyone can tell, I would say only about 15% of most of my workouts are going to be really geared toward exercises that are more used by men in terms of like, you know, the upper body, working on boob muscles, that kind of stuff. But all the yoga, all the body weight, the pull-ups, the light weight, the band work, all that stuff is completely gender neutral. So again, regardless of your exercise level, your experience, in almost every live stream, these first 20 minutes or so, you'll get a whole bunch of different stretches and movements. You can see I just switched sides there. That can be useful to you. Doesn't mean you have to do all of them. Doesn't mean you're going to do them perfectly. Doesn't mean you're going to do them in sequence or the same order. Maybe you only like one of them. Maybe you just start really doing cat-cows to start. But the point is not to try to do everything at once, but slowly build it up and try to figure out a way to enjoy it so it's sustainable. You look forward to it. All right, I think we're ready to run. Before anybody else comes in and tries to take the treadmill, and even though he might get a little frustrated because I've FaceTimed him like 4 times today already. Credit to Frank. See if we can get him on FaceTime while I'm on the treadmill, because that could be pretty funny. By the way, little known fact, Frank was actually in the Beatles. People forget that, you know? People think of the Mets and all that shit. Dude was in the Beatles. It's crazy. Thoughts on the Clemmer-Meek argument from yesterday? The only thing that kept running through my head was how not affected I was by yelling. I think I do really well in the military now. But listen, there's 2 things. New York and Barstool. In New York, we don't talk. We talk aggressively at each other. And it's Barstool where you can really, you can really be aggressive with each other. So if you compound those 2, it was a pretty standard conversation. I don't really know what all the hoopla is about. Like after Phil left, Clemmer was fine. Clemmer was like totally fine. Wasn't like upset. Everything was fine. All right, so this is the plan. Start running. Once I built up a little bit of a sweat, I'm going to try to FaceTime Frank, see if he's still walking to Prudential. I don't know if he'll be able to hear me with the treadmill and everything, but you guys will get to see some authentic Frank Fleming. And one thing about Frank is and Mikey Betts knows this better than anybody, anytime you call Frank, it was not the right time to call. Why are you calling now? It's actually one of the funnier things ever. One time I called him when he was doing laundry, and the sigh. Frank, what's wrong? It's in the middle of doing laundry. Why'd you call? I was like calling with good news. All right, here we go. My headphones are slowly, bit by bit, dying. It's like there's a little crinkle in the right. The right's gonna go first. Just a matter of when, not if. Sorry, I can't read the chat when I'm running and looking backward. My brain literally can't do it. It's a very hard thing to do. In general, you don't really see humans run forward while reading backward. But if anyone out there can do it, it's just everything goes blurry. Right headphones cooked. Too bad I didn't order any headphones on sale too. That's where I found this classic shirt I didn't even remember that I owned. It was just cleaning out closets last night. Millions of miles under my heel, instead too close to you, I feel. Chris Cornell, the GOAT. Winter weekend workouts. Shit's about to get real fucking lit on these streets. There's no nice sunny day to go rush off to. All my friends are married with kids. I don't date. Hung up those sneakers years ago. So we got time. Woo! Saturday, y'all. Fuck all them haters. You do what you gotta do. You got your four walls. Don't ever forget that. So my best friend Ryan always tells me, JC, sometimes you're a little too worried about everybody else. You gotta put up those four walls, kid. Take a breath. That's my guy. Best friend since preschool. Literally, Joe Pesci from Casino in real life. Nicky. That's been my best friend my whole life. So when I went into Rough and Rowdy, I had never been in a fight, but I've been about 5 inches from one 20 million times. But my best friend Ryan, since preschool, had in his mind that it was his job to protect me. Nobody could fuck with James. And I'll tell you, Ryan wasn't the biggest, wasn't the fastest, wasn't the strongest. No one ever fucked with me. Ever. And if they even gave a hint of it, there was Joe Pesci. He's now married, has 3 beautiful kids, and is a fantastic father. Very proud of him. One of our other brothers, Mike Landers, died almost 2 years ago now. It was actually when I was still with Frank 7 days a week. We were probably like 100 walks in or so, maybe closer to 2, I'm not sure. But we were supposed to go to a Devils game. And I got to Frank's apartment, and he could see I was all fucked up, and I'm not like that. So he just looked at me and said, "What's going on?" He said, "My friend's in a hospital about an hour south." He was actually in a hospital in Jersey. And Ryan had just called me and said he was heading there because he might only have a couple hours left. And Frank didn't ask a follow-up question. He took his phone out, called someone and said, "Hey, sorry, it's last second, but I can't go to the Devils game today. Do you want my tickets?" The person said yes. Frank hung up, looked at me, and said, "Let's go, you can take my car." And Frank sat in the emergency room, waiting room, while Ryan and I were the only ones at Mike's deathbed. His family, unfortunately, was mostly gone, and they weren't there. But Ryan and I were there. So as much as it's like a hole in our chest, we were there. At the very end, we were there. And for all this shit Frank gets and being an asshole, Frank was there too. Woo! If you are feeling down, depressed, demoralized, you've been wronged, you've been stabbed in the back, you've been fucked over, variables outside of your control that conspired or randomly turned against you. You feel no energy. You feel no motivation. But well, what's the point? There's no fucking purpose. This is all bullshit. When you hit that moment, get up! Stretch. Move. Start with the body. It will get to the mind. It will lead to the spirit. You can't do it the other way around. You can't wait to feel better and then get active. Get active to feel better. And it's going to be hard. Expect that. It's going to be hard. But guess what? When you feel that way, everything's hard anyways. So why don't you do something productive for yourself through the hardship rather than just do nothing, wallow, and inadvertently really extend it, maybe even compound whatever the problem is. I'm not talking about anything. You don't have to do a whole crazy workout. Start slowly. Frank walked 10 blocks. Little motherfucker's walking 5 miles to a stadium by himself. I mean, you're just consistent. You're disciplined. There isn't much that you can't get done. I got Rocky IV, No Easy Way Out. Wanna know why? There's no easy way out. There's no shortcut home. There's no easy way out. Even it can be wrong. I don't wanna pacify. I don't wanna drag you down, but I'm feeling like a big gun now, like a stranger in a no-name town. I see only everything he says, afraid that could be you and me. I'm talking about what might have been, talking about what it used to be. Well, I still remember that song, Rocky IV. Seen it about 20 million times. It's only 27 minutes ago. Going down an endless road, not knowing if we're dead or alive. Some things are worth fighting for. Some feelings never die. I'm not asking for another chance. I just wanna know why. There's no easy way. All right. I'm gonna wipe it down. Still looking to do a more sprint after. But I was thinking about it. If I'm gonna FaceTime Frank, I don't think I should do it on the treadmill because you won't be able to hear well and you won't be able to see him well, which defeats the entire purpose of entertainment. All right, just give me 1 second. All right. I'm going to try to set this up as pragmatically as possible. So when we get on the floor, then that's probably where it's going to make the most sense. And try to FaceTime Frank. If he answers, I'll obviously turn this so you guys can see him. But he might be at the Devils event, and we'll see if he gets frustrated by the fact that I'm calling him for the 5th time today, which is kind of funny in itself. Oh, Frankie, you're on my live stream.
Hold on.
He doesn't have the audio.
Hello?
Hey, you're on my live stream.
Hey,
It's an exercise live stream, so it makes sense because you're exercising. How far have you walked?
I am, I'm like another mile away or so.
So,
So I've already walked about 4 miles.
fucking legend. How you feeling? Is it nice out? It looks beautiful.
Yes, it is.
And do you have any targets at the Devils signing that you're trying to get?
I'm going to try to go after some of the more, like Gritzuk, perhaps. Maybe Luke Hughes if the line's not too big.
What's the record right now?
7-1.
And the record at home with you and first responders?
4-0.
Who's your favorite player so far this season? The Magic Man, Jack?
Oh, of course.
I'm so happy they started well. Rock and roll. Man, you look like $1 million, Frankie. All right, well, any advice to anybody that's watching the stream, hasn't started exercising yet, might be thinking about it?
If I could do it, you can do it. I would have never even possible I could do this 2 years ago.
And you're feeling like it's easy peasy right now?
Yeah, it's going well.
All right, rock and roll, Frankie.
I made it to Broad Street, which apparently is no longer Broad Street anymore. They changed it to Kenneth. They changed it to His Honorable Mayor Kenneth H. Nixon Jr. Boulevard.
Hey, Frank, do you see the shirt I'm wearing? Were you in the Beatles?
Okay.
And no Notre Dame. Any other thoughts for the weekend?
Devils played the same time as Dolphins small, and I couldn't care less about that fucking Dolphin game. I mean, they're so big.
What's your prediction for the game?
John Robinson is going to rush for like 250 yards.
And what's the final score?
Falcons 37, Dolphins 10.
I don't think they're ever going to fire McDaniel.
Do something deeply wrong if you lost half something.
Well, I think if fans stop going to games, that could move the dial.
Well, I hope that happens.
Lead from the front. You're not going this year.
Yep.
All right. Well, have fun at the Devils event. I appreciate you checking in on the live stream.
All right.
All right. See you later.
See you later.
Oh, he's at Prudential, too. Just saw Prudential in the background. 5 miles from Frankie. So we got into some crunches. We were doing dips there with Frank on the phone. Sorry, not dips, plank. But I wanted to really loosen up the lower back before getting into our crunches today, which we did in our stretch and our run. Going back to our pretzel stretch. And the one thing we didn't do before we ran a couple miles there were air squats. So let's get a little set of air squats in. Coming down. Key is having our butt come out, our back is arched, our knees are not going over our toes. Form is everything on this. When you see people in the gym putting a lot of weight on the barbell and doing really heavy squats, but they hardly go down or their knees go forward, that's not something to aspire to. That's not good for you. That's not going to help you, and it's going to ultimately end up hurting you. So for everybody that wants to work on their lower body, and this was the case for me where in my 20s, if I lifted weights, I really just did like beach muscles, upper body type stuff. I would run. I always liked to run. But as I got older, I started doing yoga, and then I started doing some parallel squats with weights. But I really realized over time, the air squats up to my tippy toes on a daily basis is what feels the best, what I do the most consistently. I can deliver perfect form on every rep, and I've seen tremendous progress in my legs, both aesthetically as well as from an athletic standpoint. Now, do I have big, bulky, muscular legs? No, but that's not what I'm aiming for. I wanted them to get a bit stronger. I wanted to have a little bit of a calf muscle, but the way my body is, that muscle doesn't pop out quite as much. So it's fine. It's more like an iron rod. And then, best of all, it's the motor. It's built up endurance in the legs, in the core, in the lower back, which doesn't just help with running, but also with yoga, with pull-ups, with power cleans, with all kinds of different exercises, twists. So I really encourage you, even if you can only do 3, 5, when you start doing squats, the next day your groin is going to feel like somebody stuck ice picks in them. Don't get discouraged. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Try to do a couple sore, and the next day go back and do 10 when you're still full-blown sore. And that's how you break through. All right. How we doing, chat? So what I'll be able to do, guys, is if Frank loses his mind, which, you know, it's always possible going into the rest of a season when this team starts 7-1, there's probably some room for some tough times ahead. What I'll be able to do is record from my computer when he FaceTimes me. So you guys are going to get a lot more from the Frank Call series is going to turn into the Frank FaceTime series. And you'll get a lot of good juice out of that. So more fun stuff to come. For anybody that's watching for the first time, welcome. And I say that because if you're not watching for the first time, you've seen me do these. Got a 10-pound dumbbell, holding it with my hammer grip, meaning my palms are parallel to one another. My feet are close together and stationary. And what I'm doing is just twisting side to side, trying to get the bottom of the dumbbell to the opposite rib cage, even with a little light touch. But the elbows are popped out, so your shoulders, your biceps, your traps really have to work to keep the weight up. And the way we do this is once it starts to really hurt, then we start counting. That's the Muhammad Ali. So I'm starting to hurt a little. Let's get another 100. 1, 2. Two, 23, 5. It's 30. Get those weights up. 40. This will actually cut you up. If you're looking to get rid of some extra fat, 50. And start having your muscles come into shape on your arms, stomach, chest, upper back. This is a great starting place, even with no weights or 5-pounders or 2-pounders. $30 left. $15, $14, $13, $11, $10, $9, $8, $7, $5, $4, $3, $2, $1, $0. And we always like to end with a hold and then a slow twist. You're showing you still have full control. Nothing's hurt, even if it's burning. And then go through your variant grip. So now you're holding a reverse curl, and now you're holding a traditional curl. From here, we're going to go over to our rope. You guys know I love my rope. And what we're going to do is our efficient superset, biceps, triceps. Doing a little stretch here on my traps. This is kind of nice if you just lean forward into the weight on the rope, especially after doing twists. It's a good back stretch. Ooh, that's a bit inverse. Okay, let's get into it. Triceps. Get as close to the tower as you feel comfortable. You're keeping your elbows in. At the bottom, at the flex point of the triceps, you're twisting your hands outward. Don't worry about doing heavy weight. Worry about your form and worry about controlling the weight. Even a super jack dude could do this at 40 pounds and get really good results just by isolating the muscle and slowly working the weight. Once we get to 10, and I apologize if my counting's ever off as I'm talking, we're doing skull crunchers. Now at the extension point, we're going to turn our hands outwardly because that's where our flex is. Nine, 10. Now, rather than take a break while your triceps are on fire, you throw the rope right down and you come right up to traditional curls. So my palms are facing upward at the flex point, meaning when the weight's up in the air, right here. We're going to go to 10, and we're going to actually have all 3 grips, which is different than the triceps where we have 2. So now we did our 10, we're going to hammers. Our palms are parallel to each other. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. I'm on a live stream, just so you know.
Sure.
Just so if you yell anything insane, that's on me. But if it bothers you, just let me know.
No, it's all good.
And are you looking to use any of this stuff over here?
No, I'm just leaving them out. But
The yoga mat?
yeah.
Yeah,
Just gonna
if you want
stretch
to move those too, you could take all that space. I'm not using any of that.
We'll do, appreciate it.
So now you got to do my reverse curl grip. So we're going to do 3 sets of both. Sorry, 3 cycles of both supersets with no breaks. Exactly, shooter for you. Right back to the triceps. Skull crunchers. Regular curls. Hammer curls. Reverse curls. Third cycle, final cycle. Arm should be on fire by now. Regular. Hammers.
Reverse.
So doing these in sequence right after the twists, you're going to really feel it in your arms. And I like to cap it with one set of pull-ups. All right. Now we're going to go back. We're going to run some more. My favorite flavor, tropical punch. So we already ran a couple miles. Got a nice arm pump in. Checked in on Frank. And now we're going to keep moving. Right headphone might be back. Come on, boy.
hard work, everybody.
Combined with an earlier run, a shot of getting close to half a marathon here.
I'm sorry, I was talking to my computer.
Come back from 15 incline to flat.
We're gonna run some more.
weird thing is I'm not out of breath whatsoever, but we ran about a quarter marathon today, very casually, which I'm very proud of because we had 3 different people come in this tiny gym. So I didn't really have room to maneuver. So instead I hopped on the tread. After about an hour, next thing you know, we've done almost 10 miles. So kind of almost close to half a marathon. And really just totally not winded or out of breath. I feel it in the legs a little bit. I can feel a little bit of that soreness, and we'll stretch it out. We'll do some more band work on the arms, get a little extra last pump. But you can see how the aggregate of the stretching and the running every single day that I do results in me being able to just get on a treadmill and run for an hour. So I'm rewatching Better Call Saul right now. I think about when these guys are in the desert and they just gotta like get away. I would be very good at just running for my life if I ever needed to. I'd be a very hard guy to catch because that was 10 plus miles and I'm literally fine. I could just, I'm going to just have a splendid, productive day. I'm going to clean out my entire apartment of all the stuff that's, the stuff that you think you need or you might want to hold on to, and then it ends up just going into the cabinets and deep in the closets. And then every now and then you find something really cool and you forgot you had it. So, like the shirt I'm wearing right now. So I'm going to clean all that shit out. I'm going to find some treasure. I'm going to throw away a bunch of junk. I'm going to donate some clothes. And it's all going to be after, I shouldn't say a half marathon because every mile really does matter. But between the 2 runs, we cleared 10. We cleared 10 quite easily, and we even spent some time doing the Maurice Britt uphill march 15 incline at 3.6 speed. So adding all that together, that's a pretty crazy cardio, Remember I did a half marathon once in California and they gave me like a fucking ribbon or something. No one was gonna give me a ribbon today. Nice scissor. Scissor. Music is obviously out of the equation because all of my clothes are completely drenched. I wonder if Frank's still a Prudential. Probably. He's already gotten all these guys' autographs. I mean, if anybody questions his fanhood, you can question his sanity, but nobody loves their teams anymore. It's quite remarkable. He's gone to this thing every year since I've known him, and he's done every year, before you knew me. I'm really glad the Devils have started out well. Nowhere to go but down, baby. I wonder how long I've been live streaming today because I'm really just waiting for my Amazon Hefty bags to arrive. And I'm going to go clean. If anybody wants me to live stream me cleaning, just let me know. And I'm going to keep trying to put up individual workouts and see how popular they are on Twitter, Instagram, stuff. But you'll also see the brand new ones keep coming out as YouTube Shorts. So I'm going to keep building that library out, regardless of your level, regardless of your body type, regardless of your goals. There should be something in there for you because we're doing all different kinds of stretching and yoga and cardio, light lifts, a couple heavy lifts, circuits, individual workouts, focusing on particular muscle groups, supersets that hit multiple muscle groups, really whatever you want, you can find in there. Okay, let's come up into downward facing dog. After a long run, we really want to stretch into those legs. Don't avoid them, don't let them get stiff. There's Frank as a beetle. Let me get a step forward for you. Look at him. Frank Fleming, time traveler. Come back. Downward facing dog. Let's kick our right leg up in the air. Feels like it was 10 years ago, but we did do this earlier. One hand down, one hand up. Switch it up. All right. Come back up top. Just make sure I haven't missed any important work-related stuff. Oh, my Amazon arrived. Hey, Frank sent his walking video. Man, you guys know anytime I wasn't with Frank, and I was with him those first 200 days, but anytime I wasn't with Frank until yesterday, if he recorded a walking video, he would then need to get to Wi-Fi, upload it to his tank drive, his G drive, then email it to me. I would have to then open the email, text myself the video, download the video, and then set it up for the next day. Now that he has an Apple, he just texts me the video and I have it, and that's it. I just have to put it up. All right, so we're working our bands here. Today was a very heavy cardio day. Ran over 10 miles, but still want to get a nice little arm pump, especially when we've worked everything else so hard. It's nice to finish by confusing the body just a little bit. And I'm going variant curls here. Because I blacked out on the treadmill, I don't really have the interest in counting. I'm just going by feel, going by pain, and focusing on really controlling the weight. You also might notice I don't use handles on these things because they kept snapping on me. So instead, I really work on my grip. So if you look at what I'm holding, there's no handle here. And like these things come with, attachable handles. I kind of recommend if you grab right here, really between the thumb and the finger, just beneath where you have your extension part, that's where you can really work on the grip, your grip strength, your pincher strength between your thumb and the rest of your palm. That's going to make you better at pull-ups. It's going to make you better at handshakes. It's going to make you better at all sorts of things. Grip strength is incredibly underrated, and it is incredibly logical. If you don't have a strong grip, how the hell are you going to lift something heavy? How the hell are you going to throw your own body weight around? Let's go reverse. Hold. Alternating hammers. Slow, burning, breaking, ripping, and growing the muscle. Alternating reverse. Holy Toledo, we're almost to 2 hours. It's a good winter weekend workout, baby. God, we ran a lot. I haven't done like a 10-mile run in a while. Frank would be proud. It's a lot of steps. Ugh. All right, this is it. This is our last set. We're going to crash out here until we hit the 2-hour plus mark. So now I'm on regular curls, hammer curls. We're going through our variant progression. Reverse. Regular. Hammer. This is a torturous way to end after a long run. Reverse. Regular. Hammer. Reverse. And again, I want to emphasize, I never planned on running long today. It's because there were 3 people in the gym and there wasn't a lot of room. Nobody was doing anything wrong. Everybody was working out, doing their thing. Good for them. But rather than make an excuse and cut it short or do less, I used it as an opportunity. I'd already run almost 3 miles and I got right back on the treadmill and I went bananas. And the endurance is there, the power is there. No popcorn muscles, strength from the inside out, pure, like Colombian Bam Bam. All right. Great workout today, guys. I love you all. I appreciate all the support. And let's keep trying to turn this thing into a real thing, a real barstool thing that makes Mr. Portnoy money. That's the goal. That's the goal. And no matter where you are in your fitness, it's better to do something than nothing. And it's better to start now than tomorrow. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Don't take no shit from nobody. And challenge yourself. Whew. Yep, that definitely snapped down and hurt my foot. That's a bruise.